Good morning, students. Today we will start with kingdom Monera. Like last class we have started. We have finished all the kingdoms, type of kingdoms, and from that you know that 5 kingdom systems are now widely used. So we'll study about 5 kingdom system. So from them, kingdom Monera is the first one. So let's learn about kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera here. Unicellular, prokaryotic, microscopic and most ancient microorganisms are coming under kingdom Monera. Okay, so the organisms that are placed under kingdom Monera are unicellular, prokaryotic, microscopic and most ancient ones. So as they are prokaryotic, so obviously they don't have a definite nucleus or any other organelle, right? So they may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. They have certain appendages found on their body, like if this is the microorganism of Monera, then on the surface of the body thin appendages found. These thinner appendages are called what? Pili. Okay, these thin appendages are called pili. And what is the function of this pili? It helps in sexual reproduction. How? It helps in sexual reproduction and also attachment to the host. The pili, they attach themselves to the host for the subtraction of food. Clear? So that is about structure of organisms of kingdom Monera. Next types, kingdom Monera is again divided into 2 types: Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Please pay attention to the spelling. Archaebacteria, I think in the notes the spelling is wrong, so please correct it. It is Archaebacteria. So Archaebacteria, they are autotrophic, that means they prepare their own food, but the preparation of food is not like plants. Okay, even if they are autotrophic, they don't depend on sunlight and carbon dioxide for the preparation of food. They derive energy from the oxidation of chemicals. Okay, the Archaebacteria, even if autotrophic, but they derive energy from different chemicals, from the oxidations like methane, hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, etc. Okay, and this energy that is derived from the chemicals by their oxidation is used for different metabolic activities. So that is the characteristics of Archaebacteria. Now types, Archaebacteria is again divided into 3 types: methanogen, halophile. Okay, again I want to say that it is not halophyte as mentioned in the note, it is halophile. Okay, HALOPHILE. Okay, halophile. So methanogen, halophile and thermoacidophile. So first, methanogen, as the name indicates, these Archaebacteria produces methane. As they produce methane, that's why they are named as methanogen. They are found in marshy areas where the most methane gas is more abundant, or in human excreta, etc. Okay, next, halophiles. Halo means what? Salty. So these are the halophiles are the organisms who present in extreme salty environment. That means even the saltier environment than ocean, these organisms thrive, like in the Salt Lake of Utah or the Dead Sea. You must have known about them. Okay, in those areas, halophiles are found in extreme salty environment. Next is thermoacidophile. As the name indicates, they survive both in high temperature and acidic condition. Okay, they are present in extreme heat and acidic environment, and they use H2S for hydrogen sulfide for derivation of energy. Okay, so that's all about Archaebacteria. Next, Eubacteria. Eubacteria, here cell wall is present, plasma membrane has cytoplasm and ribosome, nothing else. Okay, Eubacteria has cell wall, a plasma membrane with a cytoplasm and ribosome. No other cell organelles are found here. And again, eubacteria are of two types, cyanobacteria and mycoplasma. Cyanobacteria, they are also known as blue-green algae. Okay, so they are the word connecting link between algae and bacteria, and they have chlorophyll A. Remember, in green plants there are different type of chlorophyll pigments. As you know that green plants prepare their food with the help of what? Chlorophyll. And in green plants there are different type of chlorophyll pigments are present, like chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, etc. Okay, these chlorophyll A and B are the two important pigments for the preparation of food, and the chlorophyll and same chlorophyll A is present in cyanobacteria. So as chlorophyll A is present, so obviously they help in what? Photosynthesis and prepare their food. Okay, so while archaebacteria, they what? Derive energy from chemicals. Eubacteria, they derive energy from what? Sunlight. Okay, so chlorophyll A helps in preparation of food. The example are nostoc, anavana, etc. And remember, they produce what? Almost as much as of oxygen like of green plants. Okay, even if they are smaller in size, but the oxygen production is so very high. So next is mycoplasma. Mycoplasma, what? They are the smallest organism. They don't have a cell wall. They don't. So the cytoplasm, what? They are resistant to all type of antibodies, and they can sustain without oxygen. Sorry. They can sustain without oxygen, and they may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. And the example is PPL or pleuropneumonia like organisms, or the pneumonia causing organisms that are present in humans. Since similarly there are several other mycoplasmas are also present. Okay, so that's all about kingdom Monera. With this kingdom Monera finished. I hope you understood the content. If not, then ask me, I will clear your doubt. Thank you.